In April 2002, a special World Conference on Spirituality in Business was held in New York. Called the Spirit in Business World Conference, it was attended by 500 business leaders from around the world. One of the keynote speakers was Mr. S.N. Goenka from India. He was a highly successful businessman and industrialist in Burma before becoming a full-time Vipassana meditation teacher in the tradition of his teacher, Sayaji Uba Khin.
I've been a businessman, and this Vipassana or spirituality helped me so much that I feel like spreading it amongst everybody, especially the business people.
I've been a student of Goenka for a number of years, and what was particularly attractive to me about not only the practice of Vipassana, but also Goenka himself as a businessman. And this is an unusual combination of a spiritual teacher who's rooted in the practicality and the torments of operating in the business world.
Mr. Goenka highlighted the immense contributions that leaders could make to their community through their own mental and spiritual cultivation.
They play a very important role in the society. There was a time when the king used to rule. Now no more king. Politicians are there. The government officials, administrators are there. And the business people. They are like leaders of the society. And everything good or bad percolates from the top. At present, we need something at the top to be more virtuous, to be more moral, so that the whole society gets better.
Business leaders may know the importance of practicing ethical and mental development in their role as leaders, but can spirituality be made acceptable within the workplace where there's usually great diversity in religion and faith? Mr. Goenka pointed out that our emphasis should be on how to live peacefully and harmoniously.
We don't call it spirituality. We don't call it a religion. Doesn't matter. How to live peacefully, harmoniously within ourselves, and how to generate nothing but peace and harmony for the atmosphere outside, so that others can also live in peace and harmony. This is acceptable to everybody.
Mr. Goenka explained the benefits that Vipassana meditation can bring to the business leaders. From his own personal experience and from the many cases presented to him, the practice of mental purification using Vipassana meditation has often contributed even to the bottom line.
This technique of Vipassana helps people to have the mind concentrated, and a businessman, when the mind is confused, cannot take good decisions, quick decisions, or right decisions. And if the mind is not only calm but deeply it is pure, then there will be no decision which will harm others. It will help the business person, at the same time it will help others also. So the whole attitude will change. Business will increase. In my case, my business manifold it increased after I took Vipassana. And such number of cases in Myanmar and then in India, we are finding they are not losing their business.
Vipassana is a Pali word which means to see things as they really are. It's an ancient technique of meditation used by the Buddha for his enlightenment. It is a scientific method of self-observation. The understanding and acceptance of the reality of oneself brings peace and happiness.
You observe the truth about yourself within yourself, the truth pertaining to mind and matter, the interaction of mind and matter constantly going on. At a very deep level, the mind keeps on influencing the body keeps on influencing the mind, and at a conscious level, we don't know what's happening deep inside. This technique takes you to the depth of the mind, where the behavior pattern is to react with craving and aversion, raga and dvesha. And now this behavior pattern is broken. You observe the reality, keep the mind equanimous, then whatever decision you do is a positive decision.
Mr. Goenka spoke of the universal application of Vipassana meditation. It is non-sectarian and can be accepted by everyone.
There is no religion in the world whose followers are not coming to Vipassana. The leaders are coming. Christian priests, more than 2,000 priests and nuns already participate. And every year, 100 or 50 of them come. Like this, Muslim leaders, Hindu sannyasis, Buddhist monks, all are coming. You do every day your physical exercise, jogging or yoga or anything. Similarly, you want a mental exercise. You have to keep your mind also sound, healthy, strong. This is a mental exercise. Anybody can do. You practice yoga, then you don't convert yourself from one religion to another religion.
One of the participants at the conference was Kiran Bedi, a senior police officer from India. When she was the General Inspector of Tihar Jail, the largest prison in her country, Kiran Bedi was instrumental in introducing Vipassana meditation courses inside Tihar Jail for the inmates.
See, those prisoners who do the program tell the others, say, don't miss it. Many foreigners have done the program and they've written about it. They emerged as better human beings. Even though they're inside the prison, they feel free within. And they continue to grow and evolve. So they're using the time so well. Instead of wasting time, now they're investing in time. But I took these programs now into the police because I found that such meditation programs work with anybody in need of growth. But after they finish the course of 10 days of total silence and meditation, they've told the students, hundreds and thousands of them, saying, don't you miss it.
At the end of the Spirit in Business World Conference, a 10-day Vipassana meditation course was specially organized for 109 business executives at a resort in Massachusetts. It was led by Mr. Goenka himself.
To have the mind equanimous is the key to the technique, in that you're not reacting, which is, I think, very, very valuable. Life, in particular business, where you're making decisions, countless, God knows how many, every day, and I guess making the right decisions is about being in a state of mind where the mind is still, where the pond, the surface of the pond is still, so that you can properly assess, things that are coming up, as opposed to, being constantly agitated by a whole range of things. So it's an amazing technique. I was very much impressed with that.
Right now, especially, I think American business, or at least what I see, and I work in a huge corporation, everybody's operating on fear because nobody thinks they're going to keep their job, and it's all about the numbers. We need to get back to what we're doing business for, which is for each other and to generate profit. But I think if you do good business, the profits come. And they're sort of saying, let's get profits no matter what, and that's not good. So I think Vipassana would be a wonderful thing. I think we need it.
The assistance in maintaining equanimity when you're on the bench in a situation which is very tense, and where your job is to try to create a reasonably harmonious and calm atmosphere in the courtroom where people feel that they're going to be able to get justice. Those sorts of resources are very, very enriched by courses like this and by the general practice of Vipassana.
Well, I wish I could give a prescription for Vipassana meditation and Dharma for every patient. But I hope through me being an example that they will try to know what it is that I feel, and then take that one step further by attempting to walk that path.
Men, in general, men, not women. Women are a bit better in that. Men are closed up. They don't worry about themselves. If they have difficulties, to keep it inside. This whole process of being able to attend these courses give you the awareness of yourself. And this makes life different. And people feel that. And my wife, for sure, finally she said to me when, this is after 16 years we're together, 16, 17 years, this is the first time I know you are really there.
I had come with a lot of awareness after September 11th of tragedy and a lack of peace, and found more and more difficulty balancing in my life the amount of terrorism and the amount of misunderstanding and the abuse of religion and fundamentalism in so many places. And I go with now a hope of a kind of inner peace that I can carry with myself in the work I do, and hopefully in the people that I come into contact with.
There were a lot of business people here. They all seemed to be doing their work, and they looked like they got a lot out of it.
The success of the first Vipassana meditation course for business leaders was overwhelming, leading to more of such courses being organized for executives and government officials. These executive courses are available in India, America, Europe and Australia. Thousands of men and women who are leaders in society have benefited directly from learning Vipassana meditation, and their numbers are growing.
Experiment with this program themselves first. You just have to once experiment it with yourselves, you want to share it. And then you want to reach out to the people who are dearer to you, nearer to you, or you're responsible for. You have to begin with yourself.